Hello, Sagittarius. I am here with your March 2021 tarot using the Royal Gilded Tarot. I do a pretty good off-screen shuffle just to not take up too much time. So let's get to it. Let's ask for our messages for Scorpio for the month of March 2021. I apologize for the delay. Did I call you Scorpio? I'm so sorry if I did. I meant Sagittarius. I just finished Scorpio's reading. I do apologize for the delay in getting these out. I did have a technical issue with the fact that my device completely quit recording. Like 100% quit recording. Couldn't get much more than about 30 seconds on it. Yeah, was not cool. So I had to find a new device. And then I had to learn that device. I am not technologically gifted. I do not do well with learning new devices at all. I'm going to be right back. There's one card that fell on the floor. Two cards that fell on the floor. I'm not going to take this great big pile. Actually, yeah, I am going to take them. This does apply to somebody. We are going to talk about the bottom of the deck, which is a major arcana card. It's the Emperor. This is the card that is kind of driving you through what is playing out in the background. This isn't necessarily happening in the body of the reading, but it is part of what is happening and why. Now, the Emperor, major arcana equals major energy. That is a side note for anybody who is new to tarot, whether it is you are just diving into experiencing tarot or you are learning to read tarot. The major arcanas, major energy. The Emperor, it's very masculine. It's very authoritative. Very disciplinarian, has the energy of Aries. Aries is ruled by Mars, and Mars is the Emperor energy. I'm getting really tongue-tied today, and I think it has to do with the fact that it's really hot in the room here where I'm recording. The Emperor is Mars energy. Mars is Aries, or rules Aries, and we start Aries on the 20th of March. And this fiery energy is going to be playing out for a lot of people, and that is not necessarily a bad thing. It can be because you may have to watch your anger, and Sagittarius, you yourselves are fire energy. So this is actually going to help drive you forward and propel you forward. Why is this such a good thing? Because the first card that came out was the Hanging Man. You feel like you've been in a prolonged state of suspension. You've been waiting and waiting and waiting, and you've tried looking at things from a different perspective, but things just don't seem to have been moving. Well, guess what? The next card you have is a movement card. It is not major arcana, but it is still a movement card, and we have the Six of Swords. This is also going to help ease your mind because Swords talks about things that are happening in your mind. This is movement forward, moving from rough water into calmer water. So you are coming out of that state of suspension. Up next, we have another major arcana card, and that is the card of Justice. This is scales being balanced. What are those scales about? Could be the justice system if you're dealing with it, but that only applies to a few people. This is karma being balanced. Justice is also the card of karma. And this is happening for a lot of people, not just you. Karma's being balanced. Things have been reset or are in the process of being reset, particularly this month. Part of the reason for that is that we have Pisces. We are currently in Pisces, but Pisces is the last of the zodiac. So the sun is finishing its final days in the sign of Pisces and in the final week and a half, roughly at this point, of the cosmic year. So we have the cosmic new year happening on April. I don't know what's happening for you guys in April, but there's something got to be coming, because I almost said that twice now, as well as with Aries. And Aries does fall into April. So some of this may spill into the beginning of April. But we have Aries is the beginning of the new zodiac year, happens on March 20th. March 20th also happens to be the spring equinox, which signifies a new season and the rebirth of the northern hemisphere. So if you're in the northern hemisphere, you're getting ready for spring, which is, it's amazing, especially if you've had a rough winter. I should be knocking on wood or something, because our winter was nowhere near what it could have been where I live, and normally they can be pretty rough. Speaking of pretty rough, the next card you've got is one of conflict. Wands energy, fire energy. 5 of Wands talks about conflict, disruptions, just fighting. And I don't know why I'm getting fighting with yourself specifically. There could be more on that coming up. So up next we have the 9 of Pentacles. Being independent. Could be single as well, or becoming single, because the 9 of Pentacles is the single, independent, wealthy, feminine energy. A little bit softer, like some of the finer things, but she's got the Pentacles to back it up. Pentacles talks about money, employment, career, contracts, all things tangible. So it does not necessarily have to be money related. It could actually have something to do with like a vehicle or your home. We have the Ace of Swords. Aces are the beginning of the suit. And as I stated, swords talk about things in your mind or thoughts. Ace of Swords is a new idea, a new concept. It is the gift of truth or a message that is coming in, but it is a new energy coming in. It is a new start. And I just noticed, new start. If you're single, you may not be single, despite the fact that this is not the Ace of Cups that I just put down. We have, in succession, the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups. Both of them talk about emotions, very strong emotional connection towards each other. They are a couple. The balancing of masculine and feminine energies that have a very strong emotional attachment or emotional component to them. And you've possibly been thinking about this for quite a long time, and this is what you are in suspended motion about. With the energy of the Emperor, I'm going to tie this all in together here. With the energy of the Emperor, there could have been a lot of conflict, not only with yourself, but within your relationship. And you are the second sign in a row now that has been a relationship-based reading, despite the fact that this is general. And I don't necessarily do love readings per se, or had the intention for this to be a love or relationship reading. This is just what I'm feeling from the cards. There may have been a lot of fiery energy going on in your relationship, a lot of conflict recently. A lot of people have been feeling this. You guys are not alone. And you feel like you've been in suspended motion about where this has been heading. Well, there is progress forward. There is balance coming in. I don't necessarily see a separation, but there's a gift of truth, or at least a gift of an idea or a new message coming in that you might be asserting your independence, but I don't see that it's a break. You just may be needing more time alone, more time to yourself, just to kind of break out on your own instead of feeling like you're trapped. Because you're not trapped. You are in a very loving union if you are already a couple. For those of you who are single, you may not be. Otherwise, if you are single and not planning on going or getting into a relationship or going down the love route, this could just be some very balancing energy coming in where you balance your own masculine and feminine sides together, but doing it with a lot of love and compassion. But there's balance coming in. You may have been feeling really dominated by the masculine energy. Now, I'm not saying that is a man or a male in your life. It's just a very masculine energy. You may have been feeling really dominated and controlled. And there was a big fight about this. And you've been waiting for a while to say your piece. Well, you get to say your piece. Assert your own energy. And if you need, like I said, some time alone, or just requiring that 1 hour a day where you're like, hey, everybody in the household, leave me alone. Let me have a bath. Let me go have my walk or workout, or let me crochet, whatever it is that you really love to do. Take that time, do it. And with that, I am going to leave it here for you, Sagittarius. If you like the reading, give it a thumbs up, give me a subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. I do plan on putting a little more content out there, and you never know when. It could be on a moon, a new moon, a full moon, St. Patrick's Day. You never know. Could be because I just feel like it. So if you don't have those notifications on, you're not going to necessarily know that I've come on and released something new. And with that, I'll talk to you soon.